Insert E3 into the corresponding hole of B7. Insert E3 from the wide side. Then push in the narrow side to hold it. Insert D13 into the corresponding hole of B7. You need to push it tightly. Repeat 3 times. Insert C19B8 into the longer row of holes in B7. Insert B10 and B9 into the shorter row of holes in B7. Insert C18 into the hole as shown in the instruction manual. A hammer can be used to assist the installation. Repeat 24 times. Insert D11 into the holes as shown in the instructions. This part is fragile. It needs to be installed carefully. Insert D10 into the hole as shown in the instructions. This part is fragile. Careful installation is required. Insert B11, B12, B13 and B14 into the barrel. You can wax the inner ring of the part to make it easier to install. These parts are fragile. Careful handling is required. Insert D3 into the corresponding hole of the model. Slide B15 into the barrel part. These parts are fragile. Careful handling is required. Slide the B16C6 into the barrel in order. The parts are fragile. Careful handling is required. Insert B17 and B18 into the corresponding holes of the model. Insert C24 into the corresponding hole of the model. Insert A12 into the corresponding hole of the model. Insert D6 into the corresponding hole of C2. Insert C2 into the corresponding hole of the model. Insert the barrel into the corresponding hole of the model. Attach A11 with F1 to the corresponding hole of the model. Insert C1 into the corresponding hole of the model, paying attention to the direction. Insert C13 into the corresponding hole of the model. Fix C3 to the corresponding hole of D1 by C23. Pay attention to the direction. Attach C10 to the corresponding hole of D1 with C20, C21, and C22. Pay attention to the direction. Insert D1 into the corresponding hole of the model. Attach D9 to D12 and magnesium 14. This part is fragile. Careful installation is required. Cross A17 and A16. Insert A17 and A16 into the corresponding holes of A14 and A13. Assembled the two small components. Assembled according to the instructions. And fix with A15. Repeat 3 times. Fix C4 to the corresponding hole of D2 through C23. Pay attention to the direction of inserting the small parts into the corresponding holes of the model. Insert D2 into the corresponding hole of the model. Insert B19 into C17 and into the corresponding hole of the model. Stack A5 and A6 on top of each other. Secure it with B20 and C16. Insert B1 and B2 into the holes as shown in the instructions. Pay attention to the direction and pattern. Insert the grip into the corresponding hole of the model and fix it with P3. Insert the P3 into the corresponding hole of the model. Tighten the screws to fix it. Installation completed. Repeatedly stimulate to test whether the installation is successful or not.